Hi everybody. The world is continuously progressing ahead, fighting impossibility and inventing machines which can break all time barriers. Well, yes, you understood it right. It is world's most powerful particle accelerator, capable of distorting both space and time. It is known as the CERN's Large Hadron Collider, LHC. Created after 20 years of work in progress by a team of 7,000 physicists from more than 80 nations. This machine is 27 kilometers in circumference, 175 meters underground. The possibility of time travel is seen through a research by Irina Erfieva and Igor Bolovich, which establishes the fact that in general gravity, a time curve in space-time will run from past to future, but in some space-time, the curves can intersect themselves, giving a closed-like curve which can be seen as a time machine. The extraordinary machine works as follows. It is similar to Big Bang conditions of cosmic plasma, where two proton beams travel in opposite directions, traveling near the speed of light and collide at 4 points along the way. The LHC aims to recreate the Big Bang conditions by forcing quarks to break free of their bonds and re-establish the original cosmic plasma. Each tunnel of this great machine is big enough to run a train through it. On the other hand, temperatures generated in this machine are more than, what is that number there? 1 million? 1 million times hotter than those at the sun's core. But the variation is so huge that superconducting magnets are cooled to a temperature colder than in deep space. This machine is housed in huge caverns, and it runs 17 miles across the border of 2 countries. One can now imagine its enormous size. Talking about its cost, it is huge, just like the machine itself. In order to invest in such a machine, America had to stop its own superconducting super collider in 1993. It can also be seen from the fact that a single superconducting solenoid in the machine contains more iron than the Eiffel Tower. According to the Discovery magazine, the collisions at LHC could spray out strange new kinds of matter, unfurl hidden dimensions of space, and even generate tiny glowing reenactments of the birth of the universe. CERN scientists have also put to rest the weird notions associated with this machine by assuring that even if black holes will be produced, they will be too small and too short-lived to generate a strong gravitational force. The first beam was fired on the LHC. That was September 9th, 2008, and it went all the way around the circle. So far, everything's great, but the collider does not go full power till 2009. When we needed a headline to spotlight this in DRB, we wrote down LHC goes live, Titanic possibilities, but then looked at it again and scratched our heads. See if you can catch the irony. Look closely. This is what the world's first time machine may look like. Never heard of traversable wormholes? Well, soon you might start hearing about them as the world's most powerful particle accelerator. becomes functional this spring. That's 2009. Unleashing forces capable of distorting not only space, just like gravity distorts space around Earth, but also time. CERN's Large Hadron Collider is said to become the first time machine in history. According to the research published by Irina Erfeva and Igor Volovich in General Relativity, a time-like curve in space-time will run from past to future, but in some space-times the curves can intersect themselves, giving a closed-like curve, which is interpreted as a time machine, which suggests the possibility of time travel. Two proton beams travel in opposite directions and collide at 4 points along the way, replicating the Big Bang conditions of cosmic plasma, a mysterious, almost liquid state which occurred before quarks had cooled off enough to allow atoms to form together. The Large Hadron Collider will force quarks to break free of their bonds, the matter-substance to unravel, to recreate the original cosmic plasma, and to reconstruct Big Bang conditions, hopefully on a much smaller scale. Here are some quick facts. 20-year progress in work, 7,000 physicists, more than 80 nations, 27 kilometers in circumference, 175 meters underground, facilitating head-on collision of protons traveling very near the speed of light. Each tunnel is big enough to run a train through it. Temperatures generated more than 1 million times hotter than the sun's core. Superconducting magnets are cooled to a temperature colder than in deep space. The Collider Tunnel. The most complicated thing that humans have ever built. To better appreciate the enormous scale of this beast, consider that it runs 17 miles across the border of 2 countries, has detectors in 4 locations the size of buildings, housed in huge caverns, and if you happen to be inside the tunnel while the thing is in operation, you would have a highly radioactive and fatal experience. Interesting. Just one superconducting solenoid, CMS, contains in it more iron than the Eiffel Tower. The cost of building LHC is so high that America had to stop its own superconducting super collider in 1993, even though 14 miles of tunnel had already been dug in Texas. Gee, I had no idea. So today's CERN's structure is the lone contender for the title, the most complicated thing that humans have ever built. Sure looks complicated to me. Well, look at that. I think of Stargate for some reason. Just look at that thing. Very strange, isn't it? Very, very strange looking. Size of a cathedral. Look at that. Yeah. Why do they want to spend all this money on this? I just can't figure it out. For time travel, I guess. Well, if they can go back in time and prevent the Fukushima disaster, we might all be better off, eh? I don't know. It's hard to say. The LHC team has been called the Lord of the Rings, or Lords of the Ring. The project itself compared to something out of Star Wars. Looks like Han Solo's hyperdrive on the left. Just incredible. The idea is to focus all this incredible energy into the smallest space possible. As they say, the more energy goes in, the more massive the particles that come out. How massive? How about a miniature black hole? If not time travel, other exciting things produced by LHC may be the end of the world as we know it. Apologize for the sensationalist headline, but how would you like a miniature Big Bang generated in your community with scientists going around in little black vans with blaring loudspeakers? Everything is under control. Remain calm. Look for a miniature black hole in your kitchen sink. All jokes aside, scientists do expect excitement, but of the containable kind. The well-known reasons behind building LHC are finding the God particle, Higgs boson, and coming up with the grand unified theory of all forces of the universe. For the estimation of dangers associated with LHC, you can read this paper abstract. All other weird notions that LHC may produce uncontrollable medium-sized bang or a bad-mannered black hole are put to rest by CERN scientists. They assure us that even if black holes will be produced, they will be too small and too short-lived to generate a strong gravitational force. In other words, Geneva is not going to get sucked into anything cosmologically weird. Good. The Internet's web started here. Time travel might as well start here too. CERN scientists know what they talk about, and we can trust them. After all, last time they needed something for sharing collider data, they invented the World Wide Web, according to some sources. Even now, 1/3 of all Internet traffic flows through this facility in CERN's computing center. I had no idea. One of the 3 main hubs for the World Wide Web. Wow. I like it how Discover Magazine puts it. The collisions at LHC would spray out strange new kinds of matter, unfurl hidden dimensions of space, even generate tiny glowing reenactments of the birth of the universe. And now, as we have seen, it may even facilitate time travel. We don't even know what to expect, says French physicist Yves Schutz. We're now in a domain of energy that nobody has ever explored. Particle art for the dawning era. In addition to everything else, the collision of particles makes for interesting art. Simulated bubble chamber. Okay, well, there you have it, folks. Very, very interesting articles. I will post a link to them both, and this video is for educational purposes. I will make it Creative Commons so that you can re-upload it if you care to do that. So, time travel, is it really possible? Well, I happen to think that it is. Thank you so much for watching my video, and sharing is caring. And if you like my channel, please subscribe.